start the mic as well. I think we are ready to have some fun. Can everyone hear me okay? I'm just gonna take a little sip of my drink while I checkity check. Sounds good? Good. All right, we're gonna have a lot of fun today. No joke at all. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm actually gonna turn off my fan real quick. There we go. It's 30 degrees still, so losing my mind a little bit. But yeah, today we have a full set of amazing components to go through. We're actually gonna look at a level that I prepared earlier to just like show what is really possible. Hopefully it didn't break between the hours that I tested it, but I think it's gonna be cool. So for those of you that were here last time, or maybe you've seen the videos, we've gone through creating an environment and just setting up the studio, and we've also played a little bit with all the components, seeing how they work. So today's episode, we're gonna put all of that together, and we're gonna make some quests, make some cool stuff, and hopefully, unless I am a complete fool, make some objects that are really complex. But we're gonna have to get there. So we're gonna start in the beginning by actually looking at, like I said, at a level that I've prepared before. So it's this one over here. Yes. Some of you might have played it already. It was slightly broken for a while, but it works really well now. So we're just gonna jump into it and see what it's like. Now, I might have to lower the desktop volume a little bit. We'll see. I need you guys in chat to help me out with that one. See if it's too loud. It might be fine. What do you think? Is the volume okay, or should I lower it? So on the right, can you hear me over it, mainly? Or am I drowned out completely? Lower a little bit? Okay, let's see here. Hope this works. There, that one. Maybe there? Better? Or maybe it's completely dead now. See, it's really important because I've done a lot of audio stuff. So we'll see if it works. But yeah, so this is the level. It's kind of barren, kind of confusing, but we have this little robot here. It's called Ninja. So we'll talk to Ninja. Oh, you couldn't hear it. But I've set it so when you talk to something, it makes a little sound. Probably later we'll see that again. Let's see. It's initializing a program. Alright. Hi, Ninja. Yeah, so what is my job? I'm like an intern or something. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh. Yep. So that was obviously not really good. Might have fried that little poor robot, but you see there's something over here as well. It's Jeeves. Let's talk to Jeeves. Yeah, that little pop, it's very quiet, but you can actually, when you interact with something to talk, you can play a little audio clip. So we're gonna look at how this is all done as well. But it seems like Jeeves has a quest for us. So we're gonna boot Jeeves. And a butler appears on the screen. Very cool. Now I know I made this, but it's still acting helps it a little bit. So how can Jeeves help us? So we need to search for the job description. So Jeeves is gonna do that for us. Alright, and Jeeves wants us to take a memory module to the robot. Ah! Cool. Oh, and here it is. Oh, but do I still... I already had the item. I'm gonna throw that away. I guess it saves the items you have between so you can save your progress. But... yeah, there we go. I got the memory module. So we'll go back to Ninja. And, oh, now we have a little interact we can do instead. Let's see here. Get reactor manual. Oh. So insert the module. And it's initializing it. Oh, scanning data. Oh, there's a voice recording. Your assignment is to reboot the main reactor. Refer to the manual. Jeeves can find it for you. It's called R3R3. Okay, so we're in the 3040s. Whoa, this is some sci-fi stuff. Whoever the administrator is, but I guess maybe we'll find out. Oh. Yeah, thanks, Ninja. It's very nice of Ninja to do that for us. Very nice. We get a little scan job data. Cool. So as you can see here, we have like quests and stuff that are updating as we're going. Which is really neat. We can actually also go in here and get a little description for what we want to do or what we have to do. So right now we have to return to Jeeves and get the reactor manual. So we'll do that. Yeah, reactor manual. How can I help you? Yeah, how do I search for that manual? Oh, okay. I guess we're going into a different program now. Uh-oh. You guys good at command prompt? Let's see here. See that little sound effect? Because we're going into hacker territory right now. We could start the quest immediately, but I guess we can search for other things as well. So let's search up Ninja and see what's special about that. Oh, there is a manual for it. Cool. See if we can pick it up. Nice. Ninja is a normal interaction node android. It is to be treated as a friend. Great. Cool. Okay. So Ninja's our friend. Very, very cool. Oh, can we look up Jeeves? Can we look up Jeeves? Let's see here. Enter the code Jeeves. One file found. Printing not allowed. Security clearance level Omega required. Uh-oh. Well, I've only got Alpha, so I guess that's not an option. But let's see how we can reboot the reactor. Cool. Printing a file. Oh, landed over here. That's fine. Oh, so now we got a quest as well. Follow the R3R3 reboot procedure. Toggle transformers. I have no idea what this is. I guess, is this reflected here as well? Yeah. So it says the same thing. Cool. Let's see here. So that's B. That's A. Toggle transformer. It winds down. Sure. I guess it wound down. Toggle that one. Cool. And toggle this one. Nice. You can see there I put audio on all the transformers so they would make a little sound when you wound them down. Oh cool, so we have another option here. Finalize reboot. How can I help you? Yeah, I've disabled the transformers, finalize the reboot procedure. Cool. Checking transformer status. A disabled, B disabled, C disabled. Whoa, yeah. There we go. Totally rebooted the reactor. So that's the little game that I made. And it's not very long and it's not very detailed. But I really wanted to focus on like the story elements and make things link together. So I hope that came out well. And we're gonna look at how this is made right now. So I'm gonna exit this. And then we're gonna go back to the launcher, hopefully. Let's see here. Is it gonna realize that I want to do that, or is it? Oh no, okay. Having some troubles with OBS, but that's fine. Let's see here. There we go. Everything is showing up, maybe. Yes, seems like it. Cool. Okay, so anyone have any thoughts about the game? Because I'm happy for some critique. Because it's fun. That's what we need. We're gonna get to the other level that we were making in a little bit, but we're just gonna take a look at this because it's kind of complex. So we'll go into edit mode here. Try to boot the editor. Let's see, what are you guys talking about? Oh yeah, like I was thinking about that, like the Animal Crossing thing. It would be awesome to be able to just have a conversation as the dialogue progresses. Because right now we can't do that yet, but If I haven't put it as a suggestion yet, I will, because it makes everything a bit more immersive, and it's very cool. So this is the level right here. Yeah, thank you for saying that it demonstrates the new features nicely. That was sort of the idea, so I'm glad that that worked. But yeah, so this is the level, and as you can see, there's not that much going on. But we're gonna open the gameplay tab, and so I can show you how much is actually going on. So we have these quests here, and this one's the most complex. This one's not so complex. This one's even less complex, but they all do sort of the same thing. So what I did here for the first quest is just do an item collection thing. So we're gonna see exactly how everything interacts in a second, but just so you get an idea of what I needed for this to work. So we obviously need to collect the memory module, because that's important so we can bring it to Ninja. And then Ninja gives us a scanned job data. There you go. So that's that. And then we have the get reactor manual quest, which is pretty much exactly the same. This one's a little bit different because we're using the narrative type instead of item collect. But what it is basically I have a couple of different NPCs that you have to interact with. And you're going to see how that works. And then we get to the dialogue screen, which is really big. But what I've done here is just I've added the dialogue that's going to be used for the different quests and stuff. So this is used for the quest where we scan for the manual. Let's see here. Which one else is there? Oh, this one, yeah. So this one is the one where we interact with the ninja. But this is all kind of its own thing. You can use the dialogue for a lot of different stuff, and you're gonna see that in a second as well. But that's basically it. That's all I've done here. I've just had some items with different descriptions, and yeah, kind of worked out nicely. For the other settings, I didn't really do anything. I added audio for the inventory, so that you actually get a lone sound to show that you've picked up something. Yeah, that's about it for that. Where do we start here though? Because these objects are kind of complex. Let's start with Ninja, because Ninja is probably the least complex here, even though it's a mess anyway. But yeah, so the main object, the model and everything, just has an NPC on it, and that's how we get that little nice name on top. We have the Ninja title, basically. And then we have two different interaction objects. So we have a dialogue object, basically, that's all it is. An object that is a child of Ninja, which, when shown as the little bubble, says talk to Ninja. So it says what it's called, basically. And I have a dialogue component on it for the hello option. Now, this is where it gets kind of interesting, and this is what we're gonna build together in the other scene as well, is that we can have a trigger that when the hello dialogue completes, we can trigger other components. So as you can see here, it's triggering something on the effects component when we're completing the hello dialogue. So let's take a look at that. This is just so it makes a little noise when we interact with it. It's not very complex. But so this little thing that has a VFX, which is the little powder splash, and the audio sound, which I thought it kind of sounded like a spark, but it's called stab in the files. So it sounds like that. I hope it comes through at all. So yeah, I just took those and then set them to trigger on the hello dialogue being completed. And that's basically what the whole scene is built up on. That we have dialogue that completes, and then we unlock new things. We have quests that themselves have dialogue, and we kind of connect everything together so that we can do cool stuff. So the next step was the interaction object, and that one actually has a quest here. So if we go back to the gameplay tab, you can see here that the quest is called Get Reactor Manual. So it's this one. And it's just a quest. It's just a quest, but we can select what dialogue that we want to use for it. We could use any dialogue, doesn't matter at all. But I obviously created one that kind of looked nice. So it's the one that's called N1N module scan. Now, if you're doing a quest, the little bubble for the quest is going to be called what the quest is called, not what the dialogue is called. However, if you just have regular dialogue, you can actually choose what the bubble is going to be, what the text is going to be inside the bubble. It doesn't have to be the same as the dialogue. So that's something to pay attention to, but you understand pretty quickly when you start playing with it. But yeah, so this quest has the N1N module scan dialogue, and that's when we trigger the dropper that gives us the little tape. We also have a little audio here that's just a click sound. I'll play it again. So that one triggers when we do the interaction. And it gets way more complex, but I'm not going to get into how everything else works. I could do a whole stream on just this level, so that's why I'm a little careful. But this is where, like, oh yeah, like we trigger the dialogue for these different things, and then we trigger a bunch of other stuff. This one I'm not super sure what it does. I think this one's maybe broken. Oh, it's the same one as the one up here. That's my bad. But basically, when we've done the final quest, the one that's called Finalize Reboot, we start the VFX, which is this object here. We start the X rotation on the core. We start the movement of the core. We start the Y rotation and the Z rotation. So that one's way complex. And this is something that we're also going to go through in the other level, how you can get rotation on different axes, how you can trigger them individually or together. This is why this episode is called Advanced Gameplay, because we're doing a lot of stuff right now. But yeah, that's basically it. And the transformers themselves only have like a dialogue option, and they trigger each other. That's the funky part here. So for that quest, when we had to go look at the transformers, the dialogue ending here by Jeeves actually enabled the dialogue on Transformer A, which in turn enables the dialogue on Transformer B, and then Transformer C, and then the final initialize reboot dialogue for Jeeves. So it's really like you're just chaining it all up as you want. And yeah, that's basically it. Any questions? Like, it's a lot to get into your head, but if you have any questions off the top of your heads, like I'd be happy to answer them. If there's anything in this hierarchy you want to look into a bit more, or if there's anything you're wondering, basically, I could answer that right now. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to the original level that we were working on. See, we're only already like 20 minutes in. Time flies when you're having fun. I'm going to assume that we don't have any questions here. If you have a question at any time, just let me know. Or just let me know. Just write in chat and we should be fine. So I'm going to quickly just check. I have some things here. That's fine. Just in case anyone wants to tell me that everything's broken, but apparently not. But so that's it for that. We're going to go back to, I'm going to do my face for now while I try to set everything up. Did I change anything? I don't think so. So we're just going to Alt F4 that. And then we're going to go back to the launcher real quick. We're going to check out our Space Float base level, which I've actually edited a little bit. So that it contains some of the features that we didn't keep them because I had crashes. So I don't know if you were there at the in the second session, obviously, but we had 3 crashes and I forgot to save pretty much all of it. So I've tried my best to keep as many of the things as possible, but I might have missed something, and I might have done something slightly differently. I don't know. We're gonna have to check it out. But let's go to the editor and see how we're doing. Right, so I should probably go into play mode first and just kind of look at what we did before. And I know there's one thing that I added that was not part of that. Here we have a thing that was not part of that. So this is a trash can that I made. Hey Bob, you better not be stealing my stuff. That chain is connected to my spine. Don't try to tug on it. So this little trash can here, I put a trigger on it and then did some rotation and did a little item dropper so you can actually look for trash. So see here, you open the trash can and you get some litter. Yep, that's all it is. So I'm gonna throw that away because I don't need it. But we're gonna look at how that works because that's the simplest one probably in this episode. I also did this again where we had the little demonstration of how you can get knocked back on different objects. So it's the small knockback, the medium knockback, and then the big knockback, and then we of course have this one that kills you outright. And now we have to go back into play mode because I forgot to change the respawn settings. That's my bad. And then I also fixed this. So the bug where we had problems spawning the built-in teleporters, that's actually fixed now. So we can actually stand on this and it should teleport us to the other side. Yep. And then we can go back to the first place. And done. Yep. So I don't know if you remember, but I had big issues trying to set that up. These are place and forget basically. So same idea, but just way simpler to put into the level. Then we also had this little thing. I hope the elevator comes down. I think there should be one. Yep. So I just fixed that again, so it's back in action. But that's about it for everything that we added. And then of course we had the game mode where we have to kill Small Bob. So I'm not gonna kill him. I don't have the energy to do that, but that's fine. But that was basically what we did last time. Oh, and this thing. Whoops. Have to demonstrate the satellite because it was so beautiful. Here we go. So that's not turning, and now go in there, and it is turning. Very cool. I also added this thing, which is just a little trigger that drops a crab. And it drops the second one. And then we can either use it to get some more speed, or we can, oops, wrong button. We can actually craft it into crab energy, which we should only be allowed to craft one. There we go. I think that's a little bug. We'll have to look at it a little bit. Yeah, I like the crab too. The crab seems to have become a meme, and I don't mind it. I actually like it a lot. Now we're fast. Crab energy. I think that's all the features that we had last time. But now we're gonna do something a little bit differently. We're gonna what are we gonna do? First of all, I think we should make Small Bob into a quest object, right? Because fair enough, we have the game type where you have to do the monster kill, but it's not obvious that Small Bob is the guy you have to kill. So can you grow the crab into kaiju sized? I don't know if we have any crab growing features right now. We don't have a component that scales, but that's a good point. We should have a component that scales objects. Put that in suggestions, because that's a good idea. But for this, let's create a quest. We'll create a quest called... We'll create a quest for finding out how we can destroy Small Bob. So we'll create a quest called You Aren't Strong. Just like that. We're gonna make it a narrative quest, and we're gonna write find someone that can teach you how to be strong. That's the quest. For the reward, we probably want an item that makes you strong, right? So let's create a new item. What model should we pick? Let's do the duck, because the crab makes us fast, and the duck can make us strong. So we'll call it power duck. Perfect. And we'll say max pickup can be 1 and max stack can be 1, because this is like a key item. And we can also customize the categories to make it story. So it's or actually we'll call it key. And then we'll add a feature here to the duck. We'll call it duck power. Make it permanent, and we'll give it, I don't know, 500% attack power. How's that sound? 500. Perfect. Yeah, I think scaling is probably going to be a cool component. We should definitely take a look at that. So let's see here. What do we call it? Use me to become the strongest, period. That's perfect. That's perfect. Everyone knows what that means. Done. So we have our power duck, and we're gonna set the power duck to be the reward item. So when we complete the quest, we're gonna get the power duck. Now we don't have any more NPCs we can target. Oh, and he doesn't actually seem to be a targetable NPC. So we're gonna have to create an NPC. Now, what can we use as the NPC? Let's go into models. Let's pick characters, and let's see if we can select something that looks like a... Oh, actually, the little ninja robot could be a good... Oh, this isn't the same one. This is a different type of robot, but that's fine. Let's pick this one. Perfect. Perfect. So this will be our quest giver, or quest target, sort of. That's perfect. So where do we put the quest guy? Put the quest guy over here. So you have to do a little trek to get over there. I think that makes sense. We'll grab this robot, place the guy here, and we could actually make it look really special by putting some cool effects on it. I'm not super sure which ones to pick, because I don't know how... Do these always go? They always go. That's perfect. So let's put it on this guy. Let's reset the position to 0. Yeah, so I got a question here. Maybe give him the monster component. The small Bob originally got the monster component. So we're gonna go talk to the monster, go get strong from a regular NPC, and then we're gonna go smash the monster. We're also gonna make the monster way stronger, so that we can only do damage if we are super strong. Let me scale this down a little bit so it looks a little bit more reasonable. That looks nice. So this guy is gonna be our NPC. So we'll give it the character, and then we'll give it the dialogue. And now we have to pick a dialogue, but I haven't created dialogue yet. We'll get there. So let's start by just saying what the option is going to be. So we'll ask, how are you strong? Hopefully that all fits in. I think the scaling on the bubbles might be a little inconvenient. That's fine. And we'll do a little strength thing there. Now we're gonna want to trigger that probably after we've talked to Small Bob. Otherwise you could just run over here and steal it. But we'll get there. We'll absolutely get there. So now what we need to do is we need to select Bob. So first of all, needs way more life. Let's do 100. And we'll give him, I don't know, 25 attack. So it should feel impossible to be able to destroy this guy. We could also set our avatar to not have that much health. We'll turn on player getting hurt, and we'll give, yeah, why not? Let's do 25 life. Perfect. And we'll do, since we had 500%, I'm not sure how much this is going to be, but let's do, we're going to have to tweak these values, but we want basically when you start attacking the mob, small Bob, you don't do much damage, and then when we use the power duck, we're going to do like one hit punch, like One Punch Man. That's kind of what I'm going for here. So I think that's fine. Let's hide this. Let's turn off resurrection because that's going to be annoying. So let's hide all this stuff. Let's put the range down to something a little bit more reasonable. And that's about it. Let's add a component here with a quest. So we'll do the you aren't strong one, and then that can be triggered on start. So we'll start with talking to Bob, pretty much. And when it comes to dialogue, then we need to add some dialogue. So if you have any ideas in chat for what Bob is going to say, that's absolutely fine. But I'm going to write something otherwise. So Bob is strong is going to be the name for that dialogue. We're going to start by just being the player and saying, hi, spaceman. And then the NPC, in this case, small Bob, is going to say, I do not wish to talk to you. And then the player is going to say, why not? I'm nice. And then the NPC is going to say, because you are not strong. I am strong. There. That's going to be the little dialogue. Ooh, and we can actually do this. This is what I like to do. Just a little different character in the beginning, so it looks like some other sort of like texture of the discussion. So in this case, I'm going to make it seem like the player is thinking about something. So like, how can I become strong? There we go. That's going to be it. And we'll start by just doing that. Let's see how that works. Let's see how the conversation goes. Did I actually... I don't think I actually set the... uh-oh. No crashing. Save. Rule number 1. Save your projects early and often. Let me know if the fan makes noise, and I'll have to move it a little bit, but it's very warm. Here we go. So, Bob is a monster. He has the monster thing. This one. But sure, Bob is just like a dude who is strong, apparently. But yes, we're going to go down here to the quest component, and we're going to select Bob is strong, because that's the dialogue that we created for this quest. Perfect. Hello, Bob. You aren't strong. Hi, spaceman. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. And that's perfect. So now we have a quest here, but we need to go in and set the target for our quest. So we'll pick, right. That one doesn't have a name. So let's give our strong robot. Or should I do one of those like that I did before? Oh, robot sensei. Robot. Or I'll do this. I'll do this. I'll call it like this. Does that make sense? Sensei. I like naming robots like that. Oh, perfect. So that's perfect. Now we're gonna go to Sensei instead. Nice. Now we're gonna have to create another quest probably. We're not gonna do the dialogue. We're gonna do a quest instead. To destroy Small Bob is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna call this Show Bob What's Up. Like that. Use the duck to empower yourself. Then show Bob who is the strongest. There we go. So we're gonna put the target as Small Bob. We have the monster kill type. And then we're not gonna pick a reward because basically the game is gonna end there since we have the monster kill game mode. But what we are gonna do is we're gonna create another dialogue. And we're gonna call this one Sensei is stronger. Cool. And we're gonna say player says hi Mr. Robot, are you strong? Cool. We're gonna add another sentence, and it's gonna be the name. Oh, we're gonna do robot speak. That's what the dashes mean in my world. The name is S3N S31. But yes, I am in fact strong. Cool. And then the player's gonna ask, how do I become strong? And then the robot's gonna say, it's very simple. Take, or what's the Zelda line? It's dangerous to go alone. It's dangerous to become alone, to become strong on your own. Sure. Take this. And then the robot opens a latch in their chest. Pretty much, something like that. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. The robot opens the latch in their chest, and a duck falls out. A plastic, a duck. Just that's fine. Cool. Done. That's it. That's it. That's the dialogue. And then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna select this one. Oh, actually, we're gonna delete the dialogue. We're gonna create a quest component instead. The Twitter account reasons you should have a duck. I've never heard about that, but it sounds fun. I want to see that later. So first of all, we're gonna select the trigger here for the quest to be that. Let's see here, Small Bob. When their dialogue is complete for Bob is strong, we're gonna make sure that the quest starts working. And so the quest is gonna be show Bob what's up, and the dialogue is gonna be Sensei is stronger. Cool. And then we're also gonna add a add a empty object to our robot here. Let's rename it so it shows up well in other things. Sensei. check condition again. For me, it didn't update correctly sometimes. Good point. Sometimes you have to do it twice. We'll take a look at that in a second. First of all, we're gonna call this a duck dropper, and we're gonna add to that an item drop. And for that, we're also gonna pick dialog complete sensei stronger. So we're gonna pick for the item drop first time in one round, so we don't I'm not super sure if that's necessary, but I'm gonna pick first time in one round so you can replay it if you want to. I think that's what it does. I'm gonna pick expire never because it's a key item, we can't lose it, and we pick the power duck. Done. That should be it for the item drop. Let's double check here. Nice. Check. So we're gonna select that again. Now it's working. For this one, that is working. That is perfectly fine. Cool. Everything here seems absolutely correct. Let's check small bob to make sure the trigger here is correct. Dialog complete. Boom. It should be Bob is strong. Should trigger the quest, I think. It's actually correct. Yes, that is correct. Done. Now we're done with that. And I think, honestly, I think that's pretty much it. Let's make sure our quests are in line. We have that. We have that. Cool. So I think we're ready to just try it out. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But we're gonna test it, see how it works. So we'll talk to Small Bob. We'll get the little quest. And then we have this quest here. Find someone that can teach you how to be strong. Now I haven't put that many indicators here for where you're supposed to go. But we could add that in a little second. Or we will, more likely. Now I need to catch this elevator before it goes without me. Let's go, please. Yep, we're going up. It's gonna stop here because that's what we did last time. We can actually change that if we want to. And then we jump. I feel like let's fix this elevator. Let's just fix this elevator. That was seriously embarrassing. So let's fix this elevator. Let's make this a little bit more me friendly. And let's, instead of going there, we'll move this to a point that's a little higher up, and then maybe a little bit more to this side. Sure. And we'll test it by going here and playing. This is why we need Rails. Yeah, you know, this is not OSHA compliant. I don't think that whoever works in this location. Oh, you know what? I am a fool. However, there was a gap. There was a gap. You all saw it. There was a gap. There was a gap, and it shouldn't have been a gap. So, okay, third time's the frickin' charm. Let's do this. And now we should be able to just, you know, blaze through it, do the thing. Here we go. You think I need a little bit further? I think I'm fine. I think this is gonna be fine, right? Yes, that's fine. See, now I can clip it. But you're right. I should move it a bit further. I'll do that in a second. But so we have the, oh god, and I didn't do the quest, but we got it. We got it. So let's finally do a little tweak here. Put it just a little bit closer like that. That's perfect, right? Absolutely perfect. That should be fine. Cool. More. There. Perfect. I'm gonna save, and then we're gonna try playing it from the beginning. How are we looking on time? We're already using so much time, but that's fine, because Small Bob doesn't want to talk to us. So all we have to do here is complete the game. I don't have parkour skills. I've never said that I had them. and I'm never going to say that I have them. So, you know, okay, we need to fix that too. That elevator can't trigger on a loop immediately. We should make it trigger when the player walks up to it. So we'll change that in a bit as well. But we've done that before. That's the thing. That's why this is the culmination, so to say. I don't know if that's the correct word, but let's see here. So we have this quest here. So we'll talk to Sensei. And we acquired the power duck. Now, I forgot I put it as a item reward, so we can actually delete the item drop. But we're gonna get 2. And that's fine. That's gonna be a little... That's gonna have to be as an option. So you can do either or. And they're good for different reasons. But I already had one. But maybe you're playing with a friend. So there's gonna be 2. And I'm fine with that. So let's check the quest. Use the duck to empower yourself, then show Bob who is the strongest. Cool. So use the duck. Done. Take the elevator. If you didn't have the elevator, we would have a teleporter here going down somewhere, which we can do as well if we have enough time. But for now, since we have the elevator, we're going to take it down. It's going to be fine. And then we'll take the teleporter over here because I don't want to take the stairs. And then we're just going to... You know what? You know what? I know I know what I did wrong. I know what I did wrong. See, here's the thing. When you have a feature, you can either select percentage or you can do exact. Now, percentage is great if you're like doing PvP, but in this case, I should have picked exact because then I have more control over it. Right? Right? So, pretty much. Yeah, Bob is One Punch Man. That's why we have to go get the special item. I'm also going to change here so respawn time isn't 20 seconds, it's 3 seconds, because that makes more sense. Just in case I do that again, I can maybe save it. But yeah, that should be it. And also, we wanted to fix this, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to add a... First of all, we'll create an empty object here by the elevator, just so we have it close. We're going to, on that empty object, we're going to create a box trigger. Then we're going to move it over yonder to basically like on the stairs, pretty much like here. Set the size to be a little bigger. And then when the player walks through that, we can trigger the movement of the elevator. So we'll call this elevator trigger. Done. And then the elevator can, instead of triggering on start, we'll tell it to trigger on elevator trigger on enter. Perfect. So it is going to leave when we walk off. That's fine. I don't mind that. But it's also going to start going when we are here, basically. And for this, we could do, yeah, this is, I think this is fine. We'll do a little bit more stay time at the top because that's actually where you're going. And then instead of doing infinite times, we'll do it 1 time. So if you want to get up again, it's not gonna keep going. It's just gonna go up if you come back to the first floor and go up on the elevator again. Yeah, so here's the thing. You're pointing out a good thing here, that I had 1 damage and then 5% is 5 damage, so it would be 6 damage, and Bob is still the strongest. And that's why you do math, and I usually don't. I usually act on creativity and fail miserably. But failure is a good path to becoming good at something. That's what I've learned. So just see me failing as a way for you guys to get some extra, experience with the tools, because you don't have to fail that thing. So moving on, I think realistically we're done, but it would be cool if we had some more flamboyant things here. But let's start because we're kind of running out of time. I want this to be only like another half an hour, 35 minutes, something like that. Because I know when you get too much information, it can be tiresome. So I want to kind of speed through this a little bit. This time I'll take the dangerous path over here instead of taking the safe teleporter. And we'll go up here through the trigger. And if it worked now, we should be fine. Yep, it's going up. We go up to the top floor. Talk to Sensei. Skip the dialogue because I'm a true gamer. And then this should go down. Yep, because we put two-way. And then we can run off. And that trigger is going to trigger it again. So after a couple of seconds, it's going to go up again. But that's fine. If we wanted to change that, we could. But I don't want to. So, is it actually broken? Did it not work? If I go here again, let's see. Huh? Yeah, okay, it does work. It just didn't trigger on the way back. That's fine. I didn't care if it did. So let's see here. We have the power duck. We're going to use it. So now we should have 500 damage. We should be able to complete the quest. And we should be able to win the game. Yep. I think we both died though. I don't know how. But we both died. But I still won. That's fine. So yeah, that's the basic idea of how to make a full level, pretty much, using quests and using different complex arrangement of things. And we've tried pretty much everything. The only thing that we haven't played around a lot with is audio, and that's basically our process of like all of the things that you want to have sounds. Just put an audio source on it and then tell it when to play. So, for example, we could do this elevator. If you want the elevator to make noise when it goes up and down and everything like that, we could have it trigger audio when it starts. So just for demonstration's sake, let's add a audio component to it just to show that it's possible. And we'll pick an audio file here. Which one do we pick? I think there's some that have engine. Is it this one that I like? Yep, that one's the one that I like. So we'll pick that one. And we'll do the audible range a little less. And then for the trigger, we'll pick the elevator trigger again. We'll do on exit, because then as you go through it, you're gonna have the elevator wait for 3 seconds, and then when you exit the trigger, the sound is gonna play. I think that's gonna be neat. So let's for demonstrations like do that here, and just show that, hey, this is a thing. And that's basically, there you go. Freaking amazing. Oh, that was more perfect than I could have asked for. That was beautiful. Whoa. With my ugly circuit board. That's fine. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Let's jump down here. Whoop. Am I gonna get teleported? Because I landed in the teleporter? No, I'm fine. Oof. Let me get killed again. I love that bish sound. It's so strong. It's amazing. But yeah, so to make it a little bit more clear where we are going, let's put something. What we could do is we could create some arrows that will show where we need to go. So let's create, I don't know exactly where. Let's start from small ball. We'll create an empty object, put it out here, and we'll rename it to quest breadcrumbs. So breadcrumbs usually is like If you're looking at a map or something and you have a quest marker in a different part of the region, those little dots that show you where to go, those are like the breadcrumbs, and they can be either in the view of the player or they can be in UI. They're usually still called breadcrumbs, but we're gonna put breadcrumbs from here. So we're gonna use an effect here called movement something or other, and we're gonna put that under the quest breadcrumbs. We're gonna reset the position, and then we're gonna rotate it to show like where you need to go, right? We're gonna put it over here. Let's actually scale it down a little bit as well, so it doesn't take up too much stuff. So since it's not connected to Bob, it's not gonna like move with the NPC. So we'll lay it out so it's like kind of in the area. And then we'll duplicate that and move it over here. Kinda, we'll do two here. This one will rotate to show that, oh, you can take the teleporter. How nice. If you want to. That's perfect. And then this one can show like, oh, this is the dangerous path you can take if you want to. Right? So perfect. And then we'll do that again. We'll duplicate this one. Actually, I'm gonna lock the root so we don't accidentally click on that anymore. That's a really good feature that got added semi-recently, which I use way not enough. So we have the little indicator here, and it's a little bit dim, so I'll move it up a little bit because I think this area is actually higher up. Yeah, we'll duplicate that one again, move it over, and like show that, hey, you need to go that way. And then for this, we'll duplicate this one, move it like over here. Yeah, this is higher up. We'll show like, oh, you're supposed to go this way. And then finally, we'll do one here, and then do one that way, and we'll put it here. Cool. So since these shouldn't be visible all the time, let's put a little mover on this. So we'll put a move here, and we want it to start beneath the ground, and we want it to move up to above the ground. So we'll put state time 0, 0, and then we'll do one time one way, and we'll do the point as 0, and we'll do the start point as -1. So it's going to start beneath the floor, and then it's going to move up to the original position, right? And we also have to trigger that. So we'll select small Bob, dialog complete, Bob is strong, right? Let's make sure. Nope, that's a bug. We need to bug report that. I'm going to after the stream is over, but it should work first try. So let's play and see how that works. And if I get a crash now, I'm going to be very sad because I forgot to save. But we'll hopefully be fine. So we'll do that. And then when we skip, we get the little quest markers. Right? So we can go either this way and go around here, or we could go that way. But, oh, there's a collider here. That's funky. Why is there a collider here? Oh, well. I guess that's a added challenge route, right? There's a ghost object in the way. But yeah, so oh, that is such a cool sound. Absolutely love that. Cool. Cool. Very cool. So I think unless we have a couple more minutes, does anyone have any suggestions on what else we could add? Anything fun that you think would help the game a little bit? First of all, we could add, for example, we could add background music. I'm not gonna add background music just because I know that it becomes impossible to talk over. But we could do a little pickup audio. I don't know which one it would be. Something cool. A little pop. Price wheel? I like the price wheel. We'll do a price wheel. But so realistically, for the assignment that is connected to this, which I assume most of you in the audience right now will attempt. The idea is that you use as much of the stuff that we've been talking about as possible. So in the first episode, make sure to use the terrain, make sure to really develop your area, whether you use a template or not, like put your own swing on it. And then I'm actually move to face only for this. Really engage with the features. So you'll have the dialogue, you'll have the quest, maybe you'll have some sort of ranking that makes sense for your level. Add some crafting if you want to. That's a really good way to have quests that maybe don't fall into each other, but fall into a main quest. So you have to go get the item from this guy, you have to go get the item from this other thing, and then you have to get this item and then combine them to get the final item. That's really engaging. That's a lot of fun. And what I did was not use background music. That's my own fault. But you should probably use background music for your game because it makes it so much better. And if you feel adventurous, play with the avatar settings. Maybe you have a racing game and you need to like pick up things as you go to become faster so you can win the race. Then you could put the walk speed to, the same as the run speed, and just like the walk speed gets higher and higher and higher as you go. You do whatever you want, but my sort of like idea of what you create is whatever you want to create, but use the features that I've talked about. And however you use the features is up to you, but make sure that you have a point to it. Like I saw this thing when I watched this video, session 3, and it made me want to do this. You don't have to describe it to me. I'm not your teacher. I'm just your kind of guide or like helper in this case, but try to have some sort of like point to it. I learned this, so I'm going to do this. And they don't have to be exactly the same, but there has to be sort of a point to it. And I'm actually going to double check how you submit. I'm going to click the submit here button. So we have a Google Doc. Now I don't know if any of my colleagues are in chat and can link to it, maybe. But there is a couple of things that you have to fill in. You have to fill in your Yahaha sign-in email, your space's name, the link to your space, and you have to fill in which courses you attended. Now, I would suggest that you attend all of them. If you haven't seen the previous ones, go back and check the VODs. If you feel like you already have the required skills from then, that's fine. Skip it. But just click it for our sense. And then for satisfaction, that's mostly for me, I think, is so I can get better at this. And then if you have any other comments, that's basically it. But you can see it yourself. I'm going to link to it's actually on the JumpStart page if you scroll down to the bottom. So I'll just link that real quick. But the deadline is whenever you feel like the deadline is, but it starts now. So you can submit from now until, Oh, the due date is the 28th. Okay, cool. So before the 28th, that gives you a week approximately to do this. I'm not sure about that, but that's what it says in the doc. But yeah, I think there's one more feature I do want to check out real quick, but this map isn't the best for it. Because maybe you do want to create a multiplayer level. And I haven't talked that much about multiplayer because it is kind of its own topic to do a multiplayer level. We might actually... I'll have to discuss this with the others, but it would be fun to do an episode fully focused on multiplayer. But I'll touch on it real quick on how you can do a couple of things for multiplayer. So this map obviously is just one section. However, what you could do is you could do multiple different spawn points, or have a single spawn point and sort of make the players go to different rooms and lock off those rooms as players go through them, and then assemble them again at the end. There are so many ways you could do that, but the one that I would pick is have a central room, then have a couple of different doors, and close through using a trigger with a mover like we did over here, and teleport them to different sections of the map. And when they enter that room, have some sort of mover that opens all the doors at the exact same time. So you'd have to tinker with exactly how that would be triggered, but it would probably create a really cool like battle royale experience. Now, just because I said that, you don't have to do that, but I'd love to see it. That's all I'm saying. But I'll get back to you if there's a multiplayer episode, but that will probably be after the submission deadlines. We'll have to look at that later. We'll see. I'll have to discuss with everyone. But I think that's it, honestly. So does anyone have any questions about the assignment, how that works, about anything that we've talked about so far, or just any general comments on the situation, so to say? Because I have run out of information to give right now. I'll make sure that I hit everything that I wanted to do. Yep, I think I did. Oh, and if there's any questions after the stream, Discord's a great place for that. Definitely go to Discord and check out if anyone has an answer for you. I bet people do. I will definitely keep an eye on it. I'm gonna open Discord real quick to see if anyone's trying to talk to me. Probably not. But since we don't have any questions in chat, I'm gonna go ahead and round it out right now. And yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I think we're pretty good on time as well. So I'll get back to you on whether we do a multiplayer episode sometime in the future. I'd love to have a multiplayer co-host with me then, so we can use the draft link to test it together. But we'll see. I'll get back to you. Other than that, good luck, basically. I hope this course has helped you get started. I hope you've gotten some good ideas about what you want to create. And I'll see you in Discord. Yeah, deadline is the 28th of July, so that gives you a week. Good luck, Godspeed, or whatever. And we'll see you in the next episode of maybe JumpStart, maybe an easy talk. Maybe I'll even join a Let's Play. We'll see. But for now, take care and good luck, and create something cool. Bye-bye.